A lot of dedication, a lot of tending to the crops and all this. And hey, here we are now. Looks like we're getting into this first match.
Yeah, dude, Hero Bowser. What more could you want to start with, right?
Yeah, we're already starting off with misleading arena pogs, which is one of my favorite things in all of Wi-Fi Smash. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be getting here with
Dude, I'm really hoping that Boswer is actually playing Bowser and I don't have this wrong, because this is the trick I run into, because dude, it could not be it. But this is like one of those things that happens where the people in the arena don't have their exact tags, so you kind of have to guess who's who, so you use the context clues. So being as astute as I am, just figured that Boswer is supposed to just be Bowser spelled silly, and that he actually plays Bowser. But it could be like the arena pogs that might just be off. But I'm running.
It's true. It's like listen, man, misleading arena pogs fool everybody. So you're not going to be the first one, but you know we'll go with that notion since we got nothing else better to go on. Pretty even keel match, I'd say. It's really hard to, in my opinion, to really speak on how this matchup goes, because heroes are kind of hard to come by, and Bowser definitely has a much more fleshed out meta. But you know, Bowser does have that, you know, obviously that big boy aspect of him, and he can kind of do stuff like that. Obviously, getting out of disadvantage is going to be pretty easy for him. But you know, Reej going to take that trade though. So
yeah, I mean, it's kind of just like a reset, man. And sometimes that's how it works. There's nothing more tilting though, like when you are just totally destroying a Bowser on a first stock, and then something like that happens. But in either case, it was kind of close leading into that, so not the worst.
No, yeah, for sure. Listen, you take that and you clean slate, at least on even ground right now. And you see Reej opting to, you know, play close up against Bowser. Definitely. Oh, okay. That had the makings of to be something super cool. But Reej avoiding the highlight reel momentarily.
Yeah, all it takes is just a moment too long on the shield button. But yeah, fortunate that wasn't a crit, man. I actually feel like those crits come out a lot more frequent than you would think.
It's very. You forget it sometimes. He must have. I don't know if there's a Dragon Quest item that like ups your critical hit ratio, but if there is,
oh my god, wow.
Okay,
that'll hit on the ledge for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there it is.
But in typical RPG fashion, you get a crit when you really don't need it.
Dude, you know what? I really appreciate how aggressive Reej is playing with the spells, because sometimes you'll see a hero that either can't really use a spell unless they really get the room for it, or they just don't use it at all. And it looks like he is not being even a little bit shy with that button. So
no, listen, you got 100 MP for a reason, and you know, considering how big of a character that Bowser is, and hero does replenish MP on contact, you know, you're probably going to be getting a lot more MP per stock if you're. So there's really no reason for you just to not, you know, throw out some spells and see what sticks.
Oh yeah, sure, like one of those.
Yeah,
a little bit ill-advised. I mean, oh wow, dude, that was like pretty ballsy.
Yeah, no, that's dangerous, especially in the setting at which we play in, and your connections may vary per party.
Well, especially like at this point, like Bowser at 149 and you pretty close to a ledge, like he probably wouldn't have died, but like maybe if you walked him over there, like
he might have, man.
People do.
You never know. So he does have to be careful now, though. He is pretty low on MP, so you're probably going to opt to see Reej box a little bit more to try to build that back up. Yep. That's kind of the danger you play when you favor using a lot of these spells. You're really harbinging yourself when it comes to potentially having to get back to the stage with a level 3 up B.
Yeah, man. So let's see what we got here.
Ooh,
Snooze. He actually almost got up into. Oh my god! Wow! I can't believe his shield survived that. It looked like he was gone.
The hitbox on the move should be illegal. Oh wow! I wasn't sure if that was for psych up, but regardless, okay, it looks like it was psych up because the aura immediately went away after contact. So
I'm pretty sure it was psych up. I think that's like what I saw. I'll full transparency here. I'm really bad with the hero spells. In fact, I call them the wrong things all the time, and sometimes I call them things that aren't even spells. So I've gotten called out for that so many times in YouTube comments, or not so many, but enough where I'm just like, all right, I really need to get a handle.
No, what you got to do is you have to start calling them Zatch Bell spells. You know, just start making up your own language and stuff like that. So
I think that's sort of what happened, but unintentionally. I just have to own it more, probably, is what I'm guessing.
Hey, just play it off like you're speaking Latin or something. There you go. You know, there's a way around everything.
Do people? Was there ever a time people used like Pig Latin for real?
Oh God, I don't know.
What if hero spells are all in Pig Latin, but they're all the same names as they are now?
No,
but also Pig Latin.
It's all in Cockney English. Like
it's just webdings.
Yeah. That would be funny. Oh my goodness. Now, like, honestly, like if there's ever a way to balance a character, just do that. Just make it impossible to read what the spells are.
You just play the game in another language.
That is true. You can do that sometimes.
That's a thing you can do.
It is a thing. So it looks like we might be getting a change of character here, potentially.
Potentially, I think. I mean, they both hopped out, so that's usually a stage indicator. Okay, yeah, they're both sticking, and honestly, I don't see why not, because the game is close, dude. It's just it's really hard to feel good about a lead against either of these characters for all of the reasons that pretty much make everyone tilted playing this game.
Yeah, no, I agree. You definitely have to kind of like pick your poisons and stuff like that. But going to small battlefield here, so heroes reaching a platform is definitely going to potentially be a problem for Bowser, but also having a smaller real estate to work on has definitely proven to be also beneficial for Bowser. And that's something that I kind of want to see a little bit more of from Boswer. Here you see Reej not opting to do stuff like exactly what he's doing there. Like he's not rolling for zoom off stage, stuff like that. He's recovering very linearly. And Bowser does have some pretty gnarly hitboxes where he can just kind of run off the stage and hit you with something. So maybe I'd like to see Boswer be just slightly more aggressive off stage, because he has really no problem being aggressive on stage right now. So
yeah, no issues there. And I feel like you sort of have to be part of playing the character is being a little bit of a bully, I'd say.
Oh yeah,
there's just some things like you can totally steal away games. You can totally do things that work that shouldn't work. Oh my God! What? What a madman!
I can't believe that worked. That was crazy.
I guess that's got to just be part of the matchup, because he looked pretty confident in just going for that.
And wow, able to make it back. That doesn't really surprise me, because I just realized that it was that Reej died for that. Bowser can tough guy through the initial hits of Magic Burst, which is very funny. Yeah,
he sort of just went for it. I wonder if Bowser Bomb works the same. That's down B, right? Bowser Bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if that works the same or not, but it looked like down air definitely did the trick. And this is where you have to be really careful if you Reej, because all it really takes is a couple straight hits from Bowser and then the one big one.
Yeah, no, it's exactly that. You really want to clean up these stocks with Bowser as early as you humanly can. You know, the longer you let him live, the more dangerous the straights become for you. But, you know, not too bad for Reej, 41% on the docket right now, and he does have Oomph on deck, so just like that, he even things up.
So yeah, this really, I mean, it's kind of the same, sort of the same deal as the first game. I feel like this whole set has been pretty even. We've actually been getting a lot of these really good, like sort of surprisingly good round one matches, because usually sometimes you'll see these first sets just be blowouts, but this looks like potential for game 3. We'll see if Boswer is able to hold on. Again, all of those crazy comeback mechanics that Hero has, you know, it's hard to really feel good about having a lead, but he does have a little one.
Yeah, no, any sort of a lead is welcomed here, but again, you see Boswer just opting to stay in place, you know, opting to ledge guard instead of run off the stage. I guess I can understand a bit, you know, it is, you do risk potentially getting hit by the tornadoes of up B and potentially gimping yourself, but, you know, at least make your opponent honest, like get in their head that they, you know, they can't just recover to the ledge for free. But doesn't matter. Their side B still connects on the platform, and that'll be stock 2 going to Boswer.
Yeah, and this is looking pretty good if he can hang on. I mean, we saw him live to 150 the first stock, so if he's able to kind of repeat that, he already has reached, you know, basically halfway to death. Especially the way Bowser works, man. I mean, yeah, I was just going to say a bear right on the ledge like that would have actually been crazy close, even at this percent.
Yeah, no, yeah, you definitely have to be careful right now. Reej is definitely gonna have to potentially make something happen, because Boswer has really run away here. You see that right there, it was potentially dropping. Oh, and
Okay.
I will see myself out. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. You know what? There's something to be said about going out on your own terms.
Yeah, no.
I could appreciate that move. Like, he's like, you know what? Maybe this game. Maybe I don't even want to win this game. You know.
See, the proper hero strategy is I just don't read. Yeah, see, that's so funny. Bowser being able to tough guy through Magic Versus is comical.
Okay.
Yeah, and we take a look at it here, and yeah, he might have just panicked and
like,
accidentally clicked. I gotta get out of here, man.
Just get me to game 3, dude.
It's very funny.
Sometimes, dude, you got that menu open and you got to make a decision fast, and maybe it's not always the right decision.
My legitimate like strategy when I play hero, like just for funsies, or like when I played the character like kind of seriously, I just top deck. I don't even read. I just whatever the first spell is, it's the first spell.
How often would you kamikaze?
I think it only happened to me once, so
that's not bad odds, really. I wonder what the actual odds are. How many spells? I'm not doing this. I'm sorry.
19 possible spells, I think. I'm pulling it off the top of my head.
19.
Someone on the internet will yell at me.
Dude, even if it's in the teens in general, I actually didn't realize there was that many. That's pretty crazy, man. This character does have a lot of stuff going on, to say the least. So maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but here we go. Zero Suit Samus coming out, forgetting about the hero. This is a character I feel like we see a ton now.
Yeah, no, this character on Wi-Fi definitely has seen, a high usage rate. You know, you've seen it in these tournaments with players like Lights and Bankai's been a force in these Wi-Fi tournaments. Dylan, another local name, and Mars just recently won one of the GOML. I think it was one of the online GOML events. And so using Zero Suit Samus, so the character definitely has some tools that translate very, very well to an online setting.
Yeah, I guess so, which is funny because it really goes against what I feel like I've talked about even so much commentating earlier on in the online meta, where you have a character like Zero Suit. Wow, that was actually pretty good. But anyways, okay, mix it back. Yeah, where I was sort of saying like the more precise or the more sort of like, wow, that's twice he's done that. But basically, the more freedom you have in your character, the like scarier it gets to use them online, because then you have the big boys where all it takes is a little lag spike, and that option that maybe would have been reacted to doesn't get reacted to. But yeah, that was really impressive first stock come out by Reej as I was sort of going through all that.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, again, Zero Suit Samus does, take a slight bit of precision, and stuff like that. So it definitely, she's not an easy character to play on Wi-Fi by any means. But what makes her great is that she's got, some, she's got fast moves that obviously combo in each other. She's got great reach. She's one of those characters that's really good at controlling the pace of the game. She can play super defensively. She can rush you down a little bit, but not like super hard. So, she's definitely has a lot of the tools that make for a frustrating character to play, with some built-in latency.
Yeah, I think just having flip kick is just such like a great tool to have. Whether it be offline, online, that move, that's probably like the best movement tool in the game up there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like that move is just not fair, man. Like being able just like to skip jail like that is just, it's not.
Yeah, and get kills off of it and pretty much anything you need. But here we go. I mean, Boswer is doing a good job kind of keeping composed. Because the way that first stock went, wow. Forget about being composed. Just doing it.
Yeah, the thing about ZSS that just also makes things rough for her sometimes is that she's a pretty slender framed character. She's not very heavy. So her durability is a huge concern in these matchups against these super heavyweights that, just won't die sometimes.
Yeah, that is a problem with these characters. And, and we've seen it a couple times already. No.
Oh, yeah, I hate to see it.
That's what I actually do hate to see it, because that was a pretty good set for it to end like that. And that's just sort of like a thing that happens sometimes to your fingers. Like sometimes you just sometimes you just SD. But shout outs to Matt Lamar for the sub. As always, man, 41 months in a row, dude. I think that's probably the record for this channel.
Yes, sir. With the message of hashtag free melee, as that's been the hot topic of the last few hours. Nintendo putting the cease and desist on the Big House Online for both parties. So, you know, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure the later block will talk about that as well, and we can talk about it too. You know, it's